Welcome. You're now tuned into Fame Leigh LLife. The good, bad, and ugly. Past, present, and future. What it is, what it was, and what it looked like. Because it is what it is, and it's going to be what it's going to be. Now, let's go fish. But before we do, I'd like to propose a toast. To breath. Breathing. Such a glorious thing. Such a peaceful thing that we all have the ability to do, but for some reason or other, don't seem to take full advantage of like we should. Why is that? I'm not quite sure. Life can be daunting sometimes, and thus we forget to breathe. And if we do breathe, we sure as you know what, don't breathe properly or as we should. But in breath is the remedy. In breath and breathing is the power to heal thyself. So let's go for a walk, shall we? I was having a conversation with a gentleman a few days ago, and he was telling me about a story of a family, husband and wife and a child. And I believe the wife was a breatharian. I understood what it was when I heard it, but I had never actually heard the application before. I've heard of a pescatarian, I've heard of vegetarian, and the like, but never a breatharian. So when I was told that there was this lady who considered herself or practiced breatharianism, I was intrigued. And he went on to tell me that this woman decided to live off of breath. Just breathing. No food, no water, just the almighty breath. I said, wow. And then I've heard of shaman and mystics that practice this breatharianism as well. But it's all new to me. And then I heard that this lady had a child who she also wanted to be a breatharian. Now, this child wasn't a teenager, wasn't a young adult. This was a 4 or 5-year-old child, maybe even less, I can't recall. But the point is, the child did not have a choice. And then it began to get a bit murky for me, because if one cannot choose how they would like to live life, and it's forced, something is forced upon them, then it's a bit extreme. And to make a long story short, this lady had to go to court, I believe, for child endangerment, and thus the child had to eat and drink. And now, to break it down a bit, I can find value in searching within, believing that the life force that drives us can take you and carry you and be sufficient enough to sustain you in life. I do believe that. And so I can see how being a breatharian can be one's choice in life. But I believe it becomes extreme when you endanger the life of a child. But that being said, the proper authorities were involved and all is well. But it sparked a thought within me after hearing this story, because I began to think about the simple science of breathing, the breath that every human being, plant, animal, is privy to. The breath, the flow, the influx and outflux of wind, air, in the body and out of the body. And during my walkabout, I was able to explore the body from within. The importance of breathing, the importance of listening to the body. And I found that breathing for me centers me. It grounds me. It allows me to feel. And when I began my stage of fasting and listening to my body, I began to envision each breath that I take to almost have a mystical sort of essence to it. Now, when we breathe, we can't see our breath unless it's, cold outside, and then you can kind of see that frost, that white essence. But I began to imagine what breath would look like. And I envisioned like a sparkly, magical, glistening type of wind that exits the mouth with like a glow, when you breathe. And so it kind of gives an enchanted essence to the breath when you kind of envision it like that, because it's easy to forget about your breathing because you really don't see it. You just do it automatically, But I find it necessary. I implore you to listen to your breathing, to listen to yourself, to feel each breath. Just take a moment, because there is such power, healing power in the breath. Now, there are tons of techniques that people offer for breathing and methods, which are all fine. All of them probably work splendidly. But I want to get to the root of things, the basic essence of things. And I think for many who don't really find the value in the breath, I just ask that you just listen to it, acknowledge it, feel it. Feel how it fills your lungs. Feel how it goes in and out of your nostrils. Listen to it. Become intimate with your breath. Allow you and your breath to be one, because, to be honest, if you don't breathe, you don't live. So you need the breath. But take it a step further and become intimate with your breath. And then you'll be able to find a harmony within each breath that you take. And if you allow yourself to kind of be taken away by the breath, and just kind of envision it, the breath traveling through your body, reaching different body parts, kind of cleansing you from within, you'll begin to feel an awakening, a force bulging within you. And then from there, you can take it to any level or any height of exploration you like, and try the methods and the different techniques. But I just ask you to start slow and just breathe and listen and feel. It takes two to tango. It takes two to tango. Just release, relax. As you exhale, the universe will receive you. And as you inhale, you receive the universe. It takes two to tango. So just take it easy. Don't be so serious. Relax. Breathe. Before I let you go, I do have something that I would like to ask you. What have you forgotten? Go fish.